having excess security in this space is overrated?
If you put it in the aspect of security, if they want to get you, they'll get you.
True.
There's no amount of goons you can have surrounding you that can protect you. If it was like that, till today, every president would not have a gangster or hardcore security service protecting him. He wouldn't have a bulletproof vehicle or bomb-proof vehicle. Do you understand? Because it's an aspect of security, but those people are targeted. There are reasons why they are targeted, because they are people of a particular bracket in the society. Me, I don't have anything that would need me to have that type of security. Do you get? Okay, fair enough. Yes, there are areas where I would go where sometimes I would take security. But even before we get there, I brief the security guy or guys that, listen, fans are fans. They want to show love. If they say they want to take pictures and all this kind of thing, no problem. We can do all that. Just control the way they come. Because when they rush and it gets overwhelming, that's the time when there's an issue with security. Do you get? But other than that, it's fine. A fan will always be a fan. Some fans, because they've seen you all this while on TV, they've never seen you in the flesh. They get they call it being starstruck or being I don't know, being a fanatic or a fan crazy or whatever. But if you look at it, fan is short for an aspect of being a fanatic, being a follower, being someone
consumed by the idea of it.
Exactly. Do you understand? Who is consumed by the idea of, wow, I would love to be like this guy. Personally, I don't see the point of having that much security. Like if we sit back and we actually look at like prominent figures in the entertainment industry, you have the likes of King Sunny Ade, you have the likes of Pasuma, you have the likes of Kwamwon, you have the likes of let's bring in new school, Olamide, Timaya, Terry G, who else is there? Reminisce. If we sit back and look at it, these guys don't really roll that deep with security. It's particular areas that they roll deep with security. But people like Reminisce, he can enter places that people will never dream of entering, and he has like affiliations with the fans in those areas. So when he gets there, there's no problem with security because his security is assured because of his affiliation with those people. So that's the kind of relationship I'm trying to build with my fans. That why would I need security when you are all there? Do you understand? The idea is that we can relate. I'm a human being, you're a human being. I eat, I sleep, I rest, I work. The only difference is I am known because I'm doing things differently, and by God's grace, I'm on TV, I'm on radio, I'm on the billboard when there's opportunity, things like this. So that's the only difference between me and them. Do you get? But anybody can be like that. It's only a case where, okay, how do you utilize your environment? How do you utilize your talent? Not everybody is meant to be a DJ or an artist or a, a fashion designer. You have prominent lawyers, you have big shot doctors, you have big shot engineers. They are all known in their own fields. They are all celebrities in their own way. I mean, it's just a case of, okay, how often do they relate with their fans and appear on TV because of what it is they are doing. They are making a change, making an impact on the society.
So a 30 billion gang is unnecessary though.
Fam, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, yeah. But personally, I'm not that kind of guy. Do you get? I won't show off or present myself to the fans in a particular way that would make them feel uncomfortable or would make them feel like, if this guy enter my zone or more, I must collect my own. Why? Do you get?
Yeah.
And those type of people are the ones that they feel that they are entitled to collect from you because they know that you are somebody. And the reason why they do that is because they feel that because they cannot get it, because they are lazy to go out there and try and make it themselves, they would rather collect from those who have made something of themselves to be able to afford such luxuries. Do you get? Yeah. Like me, I'll enter one zone, and then because the fans are gathering and I'll now pull out a bundle, throw it in the air. No, it's not that serious, bro. It's not that serious. What?
What about the idea of spraying money on stage when you're performing and all of that?
Why? The problem with doing that, you're creating chaos. Do you get? I understand, okay, it's you're just doing fan love, but in that point, at that time, when you throw money, all those that I don't know how to explain it. Whether they are hungry or they are aggravated or they are pissed off, when they see money like this, they start beating themselves. If we sit back and we look at it, have you ever seen, dude, I've seen it from both sides. I've seen it from being inside the crowd, and I've seen it from being on stage. When somebody pulls out a bundle and throws it, if you see the way people are attacking themselves to collect the money, it's ridiculous. I will never do that, because in that process, you're causing chaos, and then you are now giving rule to or giving light to violence. Do you get what I mean? Like, in the process of it happening, if one guy now grabs it, and then another guy now tries to grab it from him, they now start fighting, the fight breaks out, and it spreads. What's the essence of that? Why are you doing that? Do you get? And I'm sorry, but some of these celebrities, to them, they've done it, they've given back because they threw the cash in the air. And yes, okay, at that point in time, say maybe it's a situation where they wanted to use that as an escape, but that's the wrong format. Meet them. Who is the main guy? Talk to them. I beg, no vex. This is all I have. Mona manage them. In some cases, I'll say, okay, come, let's sit down. We sit down, go and get this drink. Let's gist, talk, yarn. After that, maybe pray. Finish. Thank you. I give you what I have. You manage it. Because I'm not... See, I work hard for my money, bro. I work hard for my money. People are not there. Let's face facts. People have this image about the DJ is just to press play and press stop. No. If it was a case of press play and press stop, why do you hire us to come and play at all your parties? Do you understand? That's the first question. You might as well just buy iPod. Plug the iPod, press play on auto shuffle, and it will be selecting the music on its own. But no, you pay us because our job is to play music for you and satisfy you and keep the dance floor moving. In some cases, it's not a dance floor, it's like to provide background music. Do you get? But then my problem is we do this. We are there from... When does your event start? Your event starts at 2. Every professional DJ will set up 12:30, 1 o'clock. By 1, music is playing. Do you understand? So as at 2, when your event has started, there's already music playing in the background. We play the music till the end of your party. Say your party, if it is like, for example, if it's like a wedding, from 2 till 10. You've done the party, you've done the after party, the reception, everything's done. 10 o'clock, the party ends. Everybody's heading home. We are now shutting down, packing the equipment, loading it into the truck. By the time you guys are at home sleeping in your bed, this is like around 11, 12, 1 sometimes. We are just getting back to the crib and beginning to offload our car. And then you now pay us a particular money. Or when we charge you, you'll be like, but you're just a DJ. The artist will show up, would charge you millions. He will sing 5 to 10 songs if he has that many songs, and he will leave. We are still there. We play the music continuously before the artist came, after the artist came. And then you're now charging us, you're now paying us less. And you say, but you're just a DJ now. Fine, if I'm just a DJ, no problem. This is my bill. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, fly a kite. It's not. I mean, it's a case where it's how you walk into the shop, or you go shopping. Everybody goes to different places to go and shop according to their pockets. Do you get? You go to Balogu Market as at then, you buy your cacks there. You go to, I don't know, maybe like the mall, buy your wares. You go to, if you are now, say you are holding, you don't need to go to all these places. You just call them. They come to your house. They show you what they have, and you buy it. It's depending on who has what. As they say, cut your coat according to your size. In Hungary, they say you wrap yourself with the blanket as much as the blanket can fit. Do you get? You won't go and start wrapping yourself with a small blanket and then you now think it's okay, we'll manage. No, you manage what you have. Do you understand? So I mean,
let's talk a bit more about the DJ stuff and the industry before we get a bit more personal.
You want to get personal?
Of course, there's a lot to know. Now, in the industry, like you have rightly stated, the DJs do a lot, but they seem to be underappreciated. Even when it comes to, even though awards do not necessarily reward people, they get to recognize on a certain level. But we don't have that for DJs. What do you think?
No. Don't make that mistake. There are actually awards for DJs, but then
how notable are they when it comes to, at the end of the day, when musicians are given awards, it is a sense of pride for the public as well to know that this is, even though it doesn't actually measure up to the input, it's a sense of idea in the environment that look, this guy was the hottest artist for the year, this guy was this for the year. So how aware of the public, how aware is the public when it comes to the pride that a DJ holds when it comes to their respect and appreciation of their craft?
Well, to be honest, me personally, I'm not really one for awards because let's face it, how many people, most award systems today, I'm not going to mention anybody's name or boycott anybody or whatever, but let's face facts. How do you actually track who wins the award? Where is the proof of how you came to say this person was good enough to win that award? Most of the time it's a case where this guy comes to you, he says, or the award group says, yo, I'll sponsor your event, put my artist inside. If the guy wants to drop more cash, he now says, okay, I want you to give him an award. So if that can happen, and I'm not saying it's not only in awards, it's in a lot of things in Nigeria, or in a lot of things around the world rather, but it doesn't really, personally, I don't see that being like a merit or a plus in a way. Do you understand? If you look at my track record, I don't really have awards, but then I'm still managing to remain relevant. I'm still working on being relevant. Do you get? An award doesn't really determine how far or how good you are. It's your work ethic, how you deliver, and then your customer feedback, as well as your fan base. Do you understand?
Yeah. So how do you think DJs should be more appreciated, apart from the organizers who tend to pay money? How do you think the general public can accord more honors to the DJs?
That's a very tricky question. That's a very tricky question, because I mean, it's a 50-50. The individual, meaning the DJ, should be able to respect his craft and deliver. Do you understand? Then the fans should be able to appreciate by supporting.
In what sense?
Okay, let's say if I do a show, yeah, and I say, okay, I'll charge 1,000 naira entry. How many people would actually come and pay that 1,000 naira to come into the show? Do you understand? A lot of people would quantify that. Why should I pay 1K to come to a DJ show when I can go to I can use that 1K and go and chill at a joint and listen to another DJ, or I can use that 1K and go and take my babe to, I don't know, maybe a joint or an eatery or something. Do you get my point? It's unless the love is major before they will now come out and give you that 1K.
It always seems as though DJs have to rely on the strength of the musicians to be able to really push.
That's another thing.
We have a lot of DJs featuring musicians to get their name out there. You know, so what's your take on that? You know, like, of course, before we for a DJ to be popular, you might be notable amongst your peers, but for a DJ to be public popular, you had to really push in the sense that you have to roll out projects and everything. And even at that, even when you're the most popular back in the day, you're like still an industry popular. Do you understand? But now DJs have to now rely on the strength of the musicians.
No. I wouldn't say they should rely on the strength of the musicians. It's a case where, when I was saying it's a 50-50 situation, the DJ has to respect his craft and harness his craft. There's two ways to look at it. You are either a DJ or you're a brand. I don't see myself as just a DJ. I see myself as a brand. Now, when you look at yourself as a brand, that's making yourself a business. So it's a case of how do you want to build the business for it to benefit you? Because I'm using my talent, which is the love for playing music and my passion for music, to make money. One avenue of it is DJing. There are other avenues that one can do it as well. I dabbled and dabbled in production, so what you're saying, how the DJs are doing collaborations with artists and all that. Bro, I did that in like 2013, 2014. I released 4 singles, 4 videos in the space of 1 year. It wasn't done that time. I tried it out, and I was just trying to test the market to see what the reaction and the response would be. And I realized that, okay, 1, it's not the time, and 2, it's a case where it's to be self-funded and pump that much money into such a project, to me at that time didn't make sense. Do you understand? So that's just in the aspect of being a DJ. There are other ways to now be a brand, like working on brand affiliations. That's another way. So I don't I don't just work in Lagos. I try and work around Nigeria as much as possible. So I affiliate myself with different brands, and through that I get to travel around Nigeria, Lagos, Owerri, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Calabar. I've gone as far as Kaduna.
And about your creative versatility, you rightly said that you're into music and video making and production, right? If I
start listing the amount of things I'm into,
exactly, that's where we are right now. I want you to tell me the things that you are currently practicing that is not necessarily just DJing, that you're really practicing right now, not like maybe in the past, but other things that you really
Practicing in what sense?
Say like you used to do a music video production. I don't think you still do that anymore.
Well, no, it's a case where. Okay, so I went to I took a film and video production course. So that was to learn about how to shoot a video, budgeting, writing scripts. So if I want to sit down now, I know how to make a movie. I know what cameras I would need to get. I know where, I know what shoot angles I need to use. I know different, I know lighting techniques, things like this. But then it was just a plus for me. Do you get? So that as I'm building my brand, when it comes to meeting a director, I already know what I want. Not a case where you're telling the you're just telling the director, okay, I want to shoot a video, this is the money and then that's it. No. I'm more of a hands-on person. So I come to the director, I'll tell you, this is what I want. I can even, in some cases, do the storyboard of how I want the video to go. So basically, I've taken away a lot of the work for the director. He's just going to show up and direct.
I mean, they say music video directing, especially now that the music is booming, it's a very lucrative business. Yeah, and for someone like you, you have your hands on, like you have to connect the network of people. How come you're not really majoring in music video making?
Because I mean, it's a lot of stress. Yeah. Apart from that, it's not straightforward.
How do you mean?
How do I mean straightforward? Okay, like, for example, you say this happens with everything, not just videos. This happens with everything in Nigeria and in some other countries as well. You say call time is, say, 1 p.m. Now, to everybody in production, cast, whatever, you say 1 p.m. But then people start strolling in around 2:30, 3 o'clock. You get to the venue, production hasn't even started setting up yet. But yet your call time was 1 o'clock. You ask this one, what happened? Oh, my car broke down, blah, 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 blah. You ask another one, oh, what happened? Oh, I got stuck in traffic. You ask another person, oh, I forgot something at home, I had to go back and come. Or I had to turn around and go back. So the mentality, why I say stressful, the mentality is already there that, no be Naija we dey. If they say 1 o'clock, the real time is 3, 4. You see, you guys are smiling because you know what I'm talking about. You guys have the same mentality. This is my problem.
Not at all.
You're nothing.
I mean, it's something that we resonate with because we are all existing in the same
now,
society.
this is my problem. How is it, like, simple example. When I've taken jobs outside Lagos, yeah, I get to, like, maybe 70% of the time, I've gotten to the venue for sound check before the brand production team that I'm affiliating myself with. Why? I'm a DJ. Why am I there before you? They'll say, the guy now Oyibo. No, it's nothing to do with being Oyibo. Do you understand? It's nothing to do with being mixed race. It's nothing to do with race. It's to do with mentality. Do you want to make this money or not? Yes. So why can't you keep the time? If you're traveling abroad or you're traveling here in Nigeria, are you not going to get to the airport on time? Thank you very much. Are you not going to get to the airport on time? You will, innit? Because the plane will leave you. So, this is my point. If you guys can make it for a flight, why can't you make it for a business deal?
Exactly. So let's talk about your brand. We are getting a bit more personal now. Let's talk about your brand. First of all, the tattoos, are they permanent?
Are they permanent? Yeah. Is there when I wake up, there when I go to sleep?
Where you can take it off anymore?
I don't know. What can't you take off today?
What does it say? Does it necessarily mean anything personal to you?
Well, yeah, there are different parts of it that.
Can you explain?
No, I can't explain. No, I can't explain it. There's plenty things, plenty different aspects. Is for different situations in life. So I just put it together and created it. So it's not like I walked into the place and told the guy, okay, just do me a tattoo. No. I already had the design. I gave it to the guy. The guy was like, nice, okay, cool.
About your entire, what you physically represent, you have a sense of style that is quite intriguing. Like what you're wearing. For someone who is mixed race, right? Are you Hungarian?
Half Hungarian, half Nigerian.
Half Nigerian. For someone who is mixed, you have like a leaning towards African style. So let's talk a bit about your
how am I leaning to the African style? There's plenty ways. It's a mix of the two, to be honest.
Exactly. So this is where I want, like, where you find your point of synergy is what I want you to open our minds to, and about your personal style when it comes to fashion.
Okay, when it comes to fashion, I like African fabrics. I like the African attire, but then I always want to keep it urban and as casual as possible. Cause me, I'll be honest, I used to wear suit. I don't like suit again. Although a lot of you people are disturbing me that I should start wearing suit again. Why? It's not comfortable. We're in Nigeria. It's too hot to be wearing suits. But then they want me to be wearing suits. So I said, okay, fine. Should be 2018. You see me a bit more in suits this year. But I'll still keep this casual African urban mix.
But where do you intend to go with that? I mean, for someone like you who is obviously versatile and you have like a very
you see, I like to, in this life, I want to get to that point where even when I'm sleeping, there's money coming inside. Do you get? That's comfort. It's not a case of being rich. No, it's not rich. I'm not looking to be rich. I'm looking to be comfortable and wealthy. Wealth is when you sleep, when you wake up, whatever it is you're doing, there's some form of money coming in. It doesn't matter how big or how small. It's still steady cash flow.
So you intend to monetize your style? At
one point, yeah.
So what do you want to do about that? Like a fashion line or just a collab collection? What exactly is the plan?
We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. No, because I don't want to jump the gun and say, okay, yeah, that I'm going to do it or I'm going to do a collab with somebody. No, it's still in the pipeline, put it that way. Because every form of business needs a capital investment. And then after you have done the capital investment, there's two ways of running the business. There's the way where you're full hands-on, or there's the other business format where you're partially in it. So that's where I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But yes, on the long run, I want to have my own clothing line, at least to, that's another way to see, okay, how much of fan love do I have from my fans? Because if they buy into the brand, beautiful. At the moment, the main people that are buying in are the clients for whom I DJ. Do you get? It's the same way how when I drop singles, remixes, videos, people can get it via ringtones or callback tunes, or the other way of getting it streaming, or another way of getting it is you buy the physical copy or the digital copy online.
Let's talk about your projects for 2018. The year is still quite fresh. I mean, when it's the new year, people, I mean, for someone like you in the creative industry, I'm sure like even before the new year, you had like tons of projects within that you want to execute. What are the projects that you want to execute this year?
I want to come back into the music aspect, begin doing remixes. Because let's be honest, that's something that would be, from my point of view, because I have a background in production of music, so I can produce my own tracks. I don't need to go and meet I won't mention any producer, but yeah. Personally, I don't need to go and meet any producer and then start telling him, bro, make me a beat, And the reason why they do that, I know I'm deviating a bit, but the reason why they do that is because the paperwork is not fully structured yet in Nigeria.
So are you saying like the charge for production is too high?
The reason why they charge you for that production is because once they've given you the track, that's it.
No royalties, no.
Exactly. Now, that's why the price is that high. Now, why would I pay you that amount of money? When I'm more of a collaborative individual where I say, okay, let me sort studio time, yeah, which is a standard payment. Then we draw up the paperwork saying, because we did this track collaboratively, this is how much we're going to take from production rights. You will take X percentage, I will take X percentage. And we set it up and set up a system that no matter what that track is used for, once we have released it, once it's been published, we will be making money. Do you get? Not where you do one and then I'll now leave and then that's it. I'm not that wicked. I want to, if as I'm eating, I want people to eat as well. So if I can set up the structure properly, then why wouldn't you join me? And
I mean, I feel like there's a very big gap when it comes to royalties and rights in music.
Because there's no structure. There's no structure. There's no structure. How do you track it? How do you track it?
I mean, I think that one of the big issues is that there are no publishing firms who are true to.
No. Don't make that mistake. There are.
Who are true to the core?
Yes. Now, for example, if there weren't any publishing companies that are true to the core, then artists will not be making back money.
I mean, there's also an argument about the money that they make when it comes to percentage, and we hear a lot of artists complain that they are being ripped by streaming services and publishing and distribution companies.
Now, this is because they didn't sort out the paperwork properly from the beginning. Simple as. Do you understand? If you sort out the paperwork properly from the beginning, and when I mean properly, where you pay a lawyer to go through the contracts before you put that pen to the paper and sign. You need the people that are smart. The more expensive the lawyer is because in most cases, I don't know about here in Nigeria, but the more expensive the lawyer is, the better and the more knowledgeable that lawyer is within that field. So when it comes to these aspects, it falls under publishing rights and copyright paperwork. So
I mean, still around this content and everything, there's like an argument, a campaign about the 70-30% campaign, where telecoms charge as much as 70%, while content creators are left with 30%, and do not have to scribble and share with managers and everything.
That's because they are the ones that are controlling the network.
I mean,
and the paperwork is that. Yeah. So I mean,
because
the day when I would now go and sign these papers, it means it has to make sense for me, really and truly. It needs to make sense, because it's not a case where all you are doing is you are just providing the platform. If you are providing the platform, then you're not meant to collect 70%, because it's my intellectual property. It's my creative property that you are taking from me, or that I'm giving to you for you to put on your platform to send my fan base. There.
What would you do differently?
What would I do differently?
As a creator, if you're going to approach these guys?
Who? All these telecom companies. We'll have to draw a different contract, because that's 70-30. No. I understand, yes, that I'm using your platform or your network, but really and truly, come on. Why would you be collecting that much money on my behalf? And then when it now comes to me collecting my own money for my own work, I'll be collecting peanuts. Doesn't make sense.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. So back to what we were talking about before we deviated to all of these things. I told you there's a lot to talk about.
All right, cool.
So let's about your projects for 2018. You rightly said you're going to be doing remixes.
Yeah.
What else do we have on the table?
Well, there's a project that I'm doing right now with Comic Book Republic. I have my own comic book. I have my own comic book character.
Interesting.
We've done 2 issues. We're working on the 3rd issue at the moment. And the idea is that I'll be releasing.
What's the story going to be like? Is it going to be around music?
Well, the guy is actually, he's a DJ, and his superpower is the ability to control sound. That's his superpower. But the whole concept is behind bullying. Bullying is a major issue around the world. It doesn't really matter where the bullying is taking place. It can be in the office, it can be in the school, it can be on the streets. The fact still remains that a bully is a bully, and that's somebody that comes and tries to take advantage of you.
So, how long is it going to take before this project comes into an entire fruition?
It's already out. I've already dropped the 2 copies. They're online, digital copies. They're online.
Do you intend to go visual with it?
Visual on the long run, yes. Because I mean, come on, it's the only Marvel and DC that will be having superheroes that are releasing cartoons and movies and all these things. I'm looking to do that in future. The only, like I said, every business has a capital investment. Now, for it to pick up and go into a cartoon, it's now a case where, okay, are we doing cartoon as a series or are we doing cartoon as a feature? The other one would now be, okay, are we doing the movie or we're doing a series? It's depending on what the capital has, and of course the feedback from the fans. Because if we look at it, okay, like take for example zombie movies and all that. The movies had a lot of love and fan comments and replies and all that stuff and feedback, but then they now took it to a newer level, which was then creating the series. I mean, come on.
So far, how's the feedback been for your
comic? It's actually good. I mean, there's one guy that even he has even created. He's creating the what's it called, outfits. So he's trying to create a cosplay, the costume. He's creating it for himself, which he is now going to enter into different competitions around the world. That's a good fan. Then there's another one we won. There's an award that we won actually. Yeah, the comic book. It has received 1 award already. So
how do people get it? How do people get access to your comic book?
Online, comicbookrepublic.com, and there is the link to different comic books, but then mine is there, Beats, B-A-T-Z. Yeah, Beats, yeah, Z.
Alright, so what other projects are we expecting from you?
Well, for now, those 2. Then, you know, on the side, on the hobby, you know, I have passion for extreme sports. So currently trying to build with a friend of mine who owns a workshop, IMAB. We're trying to build a go-kart, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, so I mean, we've spoken about an array of industry issues, and I would like you to just say finally, as we begin to wrap up, what do you think? Because right now African music is big, but of course there are many structural issues. What do you think is the one problem that you think African music or Nigerian music is faced with, that you think, look, this is a very urgent need that needs to be sorted out as an insider?
The structure, really and truly, because think about it, on a daily basis, you guys might not know, on a daily basis, minimum 20 songs are released across blogs on the net. Now, how is it that there's that much content, but then out of that much content, only the known artist content comes to light, whereas there's so many talented artists out there, but then they most cases don't ever see light of day because there's no structure.
What do you attribute to the problem? So do you think it is do you think it's a labor problem or a problem from self when it comes to PR and all of those things, or do you think it's a problem of the media?
Well, it's a case where in some situations the upcoming artist believes he needs to get a record deal, or he needs a record label backing, or he needs a sponsorship backing. Now, if you create something and you sit around and expect somebody to come and buy the product without marketing the product yourself, how will you sell it? I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. It's a case where God gives you blessings, yeah? But then the blessings only come when you go out there and look for them. He will not just send you blessing while you're sitting at home saying, God, please, yeah, I need this, need this, need this, need this. No. He says, knock, and they will answer, shape. So now that point where you knock and they will answer is the case where you want the blessing. Go out there and look for it. Don't wait for somebody to come and give it to you, because it's not going to happen. You sit at home, you say, but I did this, long time, no, I'm the best, I'm the best. You're just talking to yourself.
I think I have an absolute last question for you. A very good last question for you. I mean, this might require that you do a lot of confirmation thinking and everything, but what is your DJ Sose guide to blowing up in the music industry for any upcoming artist?
Any upcoming artist
in Nigeria. What is your guide to blowing up?
Okay. So, if you want to blow in this industry, 1, hard work. 2, sell yourself any way possible. A lot of people believe that, okay, because they've released something, that's it. No. Shows will not come. You have to go and get the shows. In the beginning, because you are unknown, you have to do a lot of shows for free to get your name out there. The idea is that you don't gain anything for free. You have to put in that effort to be able to receive what is rightfully yours. Like, I didn't start DJing 5 years ago. I've been DJing since I started DJing as a hobby in 1998. I made it my official job in 2007, November. That's when I was at work. Oh, sorry, it was one morning I woke up, I was getting dressed after I had gotten back from a DJ job the previous night. I maybe slept 2 hours. I woke up, took a shower, got to my room. I was dressing up, wearing my suit because I was working in IT. As I was wearing the suit like this, the cable cut, bam, say, hey, bruv, this is not the life. It's a case where I now chose, you know what, call the office. I said, bros, I'm not coming to work anymore. They're like, what's the problem? This is that. I said, yeah, I'm tired. I can't be killing myself and be doing 2 things. Sitting down, punching, typing on the computer, looking at the screen 2-4. It's tiring. I'm not getting any job satisfaction. I'd rather go hustle, DJ, play music for people, and get paid. It was like, I told him, bros, it's okay, no problem, man. I'll bring your key, I'll drop your key. I'm not going to pay you your remaining money. I said, bros, it's okay. I will be all right. I'll manage. And today,
it's paying off.
Paying off. So between 2007 till date, I've been hustling, pushing, doing jobs here, doing jobs there. There are jobs that you take that you feel that you're not going to gain anything from it, but then in reality, you never know. You might meet somebody who, so far you are putting in your every as you are doing that job, it can lead to another place. I mean, whenever I'm DJing, I try not to plan my set. I let the crowd lead my set. So I'm always watching the crowd as I'm playing. I'll play this song, I'll watch their reaction. I'll play another song, I'll watch their reaction. Play another track, watch their reaction. There are some parties that I'll play where the response of the crowd is just dead. Nobody's answering you. So at that point, those kind of parties, just keep playing good music I'm not saying play bangers, hits back to back to back to back. No, because everybody does that. That doesn't make you a good DJ. Making you a good DJ is a case where you are experimenting and being able to mix music in different ways. So it's a case where I try and do it like every day could be my last. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Putting in that extra effort to say, okay, I must do my best today. So if you want to blow as an artist, don't think because you've done the track in the studio is going to bring you the money. No. You still have to go out there, perfect your performance, perfect your dance. If you have a dance routine, create a dance routine if you don't have a dance routine. If you need to add maybe a new format to the whole thing, do it. Push, create, redefine yourself. Not because you've done one thing, that's it, you've blown. No. Why do we have one-hit wonders? Because those one-hit wonders, they put so much effort into that one track. And then after that one track, because that track now got them somewhere, they now sat back and say, yeah, I don't land. Yeah, I don't blow. No. Look at the likes of Olamide. Everybody says Olamide has blown. He hasn't blown to the extent that I think he wants to blow. That's why he's dropping tracks back to back. Whether you like the song or you don't like the song, he has dropped another hit track. How do you now keep up with that? You have to. Do you understand? So if Olamide has that much work ethic, who are you that you're an upcoming artist that you've not blown? You're already saying, no. Baba, you must play my song. Play for what? Why? Is your song good? If it's good, I'll play it. If it's not good, you can't force me to play your song. It's not possible. So it's a case where how much work ethic are you going to put into your craft?
Before you go on, you just said something that I'd like to touch, because I have like I talk to a lot of upcoming artists a lot, and they have issues with DJs. Right? So as a DJ, because I might have to show this video to them.
No problem.
How do you think is the best way for an upcoming artist to approach a DJ?
Okay, now it has happened once or twice where the upcoming artists come and meet me and I'm busy. Like I'm DJing or I'm at an event where I'm trying to network and find my next paycheck. And you come and you start giving me story, or you want to start busting lyrics right there and then. Bro, sometimes I entertain you, sometimes I just stop them and I'm like, please, I don't have the time right now. The best you can do, or the best I can do for you, is I give them my email. You email me your song. If your song is good, I'll tell you. If your song needs work, I'll tell you. If it needs some work and there's potential, I'll tell you. Do you understand? I try my best to do that at least. And if the song is good, I'll add it to my database of songs. I might not remember to play the song all the time, but at least when I remember, I'll play it. Because like I said, my playlist is not determined by me. I don't predetermine the playlist. I freestyle the playlist because of the audience. And that way you can never say, he played this same set of songs at so party. It's not possible. You can never say that about my sets, because I never repeat the same mix sequence. A lot of DJs do that. You can go to the club this week, XYZ DJ is playing. You go back to the club following week, same DJ is playing. You go back to the club the third week, and you now know what the next set of songs are before he plays them. Why? Because that's the format he uses to keep the crowd on the dance floor. And I believe that's when the DJ gets lazy. Because then you just enter a comfort zone. You don't want to freestyle, you don't want to experiment, you don't want to change it up. The idea is that every time the audience comes, you take them on a musical journey, throw it back, bring it forward, play hit jams, play songs from the past, play songs from the present, introduce new songs that they've never heard before. There are some artists that I used to play in the past, and today they've blown. And I can pat myself on the back and say, yeah, they've blown because I was part of the people who was pushing these guys. But I'll never go to the artist and say, oh man, because of me you blow, you owe me. No, because it's that's not the case. I've done my job. I introduced the artist into the market, or I was one of the people that introduced the artist into the market. And today the artist is big. Fantastic. I'm not going to turn around and say he or she owes me, because no. My job is introduce new music to the world and let the artists continue their talents. If they can keep up, no problem. That's another issue I have with some of these artists. I hear your song is good. I start playing your song. I play your song like religiously anytime I'm out or whatever because your song is that good. And then after that track, you don't drop anything again. The next time I see you, you're now telling me, Baba, you know how we did now. Not the industry, not the situation, not this, not that. It means you are not ready to hustle.
Consistency.
You are not ready to hustle. You are not hungry. You're not hungry. You got to a point and then, wow, disappeared. So what's the point?
I think that even covers the advice when they all come in. It covers. I think you've covered entirely everything I was going to ask. I'm even out of like you've answered all my questions, even the one I've not asked. Thank you for coming by.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me.
We're looking forward to the remixes. Looking forward to see if I'm definitely going to check the comics. Probably your comics. So I'm going to check out your comics and everything. What are your last words to your fans?
My last word to my fans: thank you very much for supporting me so far. And I'll keep amazing you. I will never disappoint. Let's put it that way. I'll keep pushing, keep bringing you new stuff, keep showing you new areas of my brand. I mean, see, I wore suits 2 times. Now you guys are saying, you should wear suits. You should wear suits. It's okay. I'll wear suits.
Thank you.